Hello students, welcome to this video. Actually in this video we are going to continue looking at the consonant sounds, but you would have noticed that the previous video we would have stopped with the pronunciation of the sound. This is where we stopped, but actually what really happened was we the sound did not work properly. There was some issue with the headset, with the mic that I'm using, and what happened was 20 minutes of video was lost. 17 to 20 minutes of video was lost. So what should have been a 35-minute video ended up becoming a 17-minute video. After putting it in the video editor, I took it and so you would have noticed that consonants 2, the second video for consonants, where we looked at from sounds if, f to sound. So all those sounds are okay, but after that it would have just ended a bit abruptly. But anyway, we'll look at those sounds first, and then we'll look at these sounds. I'm changing the pen that I'm using. I'm using a thicker pen, a pen with a thicker nib, so that the script is better. We'll see how it works out. Yeah. So and then we'll take it from there. Okay, students. So let us continue looking at. We'll start with the sound. Okay. So essentially, what you are doing is you are allowing the air to come out from your lungs through your windpipe. You are allowing it to come out through your lungs. Okay. So let us continue from hat. Hat. So we are looking at this sound. Let's look at how it is pronounced. Hat. 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 Okay. I was about to demonstrate how it is, how it is pronounced. So, let us see how it is pronounced, and after that, let us look at sounds from sounds 9 to sound 17. Let us look at all those sounds again, and then we'll pass on to the next set of sounds. Okay. So let us look at how it is pronounced. I already demonstrated to you at the beginning of this video. So let us look at this, and then okay, observe my mouth as I pronounce the sound. Okay, so sound number 17 is pronounced as hat. 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 Okay, so you allow the air to come out. Hat. Hat, and that's why you can always call it the close-up moment. The close-up sound for the famous toothpaste close-up. They give this as an advertisement. No, of course it's not good to smell your own breath. Yeah, you would know, because when you were using the mask, when we use the mask, even now, it's a headache. Yeah, you smell your own breath sometimes. Hat. Hat. Remember, the throat does not vibrate. The throat does not vibrate for hat. And also, I'll just give you another method strategy for remembering the sound, remembering of how to pronounce the sound. Just produce the vowel sound and then stop the vibration. Hat. Hat. Of course, it comes. It's not exactly voiceless, or I use the word voiceless. Voiceless is nothing but when the throat does not vibrate. Okay, it's a term used for when the throat does not vibrate. Okay, so this is what we are doing essentially. But sound number 17 is shorter than you can produce the vowel sound can be produced for a longer time. But look at this. Hat. Hat. Okay, so if this is clear, then let's look at all sounds 9 to 17, there is something that you notice here, and I would like to show you what exactly you got to notice. The point is, people, sound 9, you can look at the PDF right now, the PDF that I have sent you. So, or look at the notes that you have made. Okay, so sound 9, okay, 10, the throat vibrates. Sound 11, sound 12, sound 13, sound 14, sound 15, sound 16, sound 17. Now, except for sound 17, we'll come to sound 17 later. All the other sounds, there is a gap between the upper and the lower parts of the mouth. Look at it. There is a very small gap between the lower lip and the teeth. Look at this. Sound 9. So, all these sounds, if you notice, are produced with a hissing sound. The air comes out in a hissing manner. It comes out as a hiss. Observe. This is sound 9. Sound 10. You will be able to listen to the hiss better when the throat does not vibrate. When the throat vibrates, it's a hum. Okay, it's like a hum. Sounds like a hum. Something like that. Okay. So sound 11, sound 12, sound 13, sound 14, sound 15, sound 16, and sound 17 is also, it comes out with a hissing sound. But the hole is bigger, the gap is bigger. Okay. Hat. So all these sounds 9 to 17, they form a category called sounds produced with hissing noise. Okay, sound which comes out with a hiss. And okay, so if that is clear, we can go on to the next category of sounds. We'll look at sound 18 and see what okay. So I told you that just sound 17 does not form a pair with anything, with any other sound. Otherwise, okay, throat does not vibrate, throat vibrates. Okay. So anyway, I'll be giving you a sort of an assignment just to find out how many sounds, in how many sounds the throat does not vibrate and in how many sounds the throat vibrates. I'll be sending you that a bit later. Okay, once we complete the consonant sounds. Okay, students. So shall we pass on to the next set of sounds? We'll do that. So just a second. Okay, students. So let us look at sound 18. We are looking at the sounds of English, consonant sounds. So let us look at sound number 18 and see how it is written. Okay, sound number 18 is written just like, the number is written like this. I'll just write it a bit below. Okay, so I'm using a thicker nib, so just tell me if it is working out well for you and if you're able to see the script properly. Okay, so it's written just like the letter M. Okay, and it's pronounced as okay, and you have the representative word is MAP, 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 map. Okay, all right. So let us look at how to produce sound number 18. All right. So let's look at that, and then let me pronounce it 2 more times so that it's clear to you. Map, map, map. Okay. So sound number 18, map, map, map. See, if you will notice that when we produce the sound 2 or 3 times, sometimes the sound changes. What you are doing is you are changing the pitch the frequency at which the throat vibrates. Okay, look at it. Map, map. You are only increasing the pitch now. Okay, increasing the frequency at which the throat vibrates. Obviously, for this sound, as you notice, the throat vibrates, and you have to hum the sound. Map. Close your lips. Don't allow the air to come through the mouth. Allow the air to come through the nose. Map. 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 Okay. Once more. Map. 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 Okay. Now let's go on to the next sound number 19. Let's see how it is pronounced. Okay, students, sound number 19 is written like the letter N. Okay, N for nest, N for nap, but it's pronounced as N, 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 and this is the sound, the target sound, nap, the practice sound, not the target sound, the practice sound, practice word, sorry, nap, 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 nap. Okay, so let us see how this is produced. Okay, so for this you'll have to use your tongue. Let's see how, keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth. So for sound number 19, you'll have to keep the tongue in the same position as you kept for t, d, t, d. Only thing for t and d, for the sounds t and d, you allowed the tongue to come down. You allow the tongue to come down. Okay. If the tongue touched the roof of the mouth, the tongue would come down. Observe. T, d, t, d. Instead, for in, you just keep the tongue in that position and allow the air to come through the nose. Nap, nap, nap. Remember, you are supposed to touch, the tongue should touch the part of the roof of the mouth which is behind the teeth. Not exactly behind the teeth, but behind the teeth. Okay, so it is not it is a bit behind. Okay, just behind the teeth. Nap, nap, nap. So map, sound number 18. Sound number 19, nap. Okay, so shall we go on to sound number 20? Before that, just two more times. Nap, nap, nap. Let's go to sound number 20. Okay, students, for sound number 20, you write it just like N, only thing you elongate it like this. Okay, elongate it like this in one stroke and like this. Okay, start with an N and then you elongate it, and it is pronounced as hang, 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 hang. Okay, now let us see how this sound is produced. Sound number 20. So this is sound number 20. Hang, hang, hang. Let me open my mouth a bit to show you so that you can see how this sound is pronounced. See, for this sound, you pronounce it, you keep your tongue just like you keep it for k, g, k, g, k, g. Similar, just as you do for in, keep the tongue in that position. Instead of saying k, g and allowing the air to come out, just keep it in that position and allow the air to come through the nose. Hang, hang, hang. All right. So if this is clear, okay. One thing about this sound is that it will always occur at the end of a word. But actually, I'll be revising this rule a bit. We'll be changing this rule a bit when we talk about another concept. So as of now, ing does not come at the beginning of a word. Understand it like that. Hang, hang, hang. Okay, so if this is clear, two more times before we go on to word number 21. Hang. Observe my mouth. Hang, hang. So let's go to sound number 21. So before we go to sound number 21, there's something I have to say about these three sounds. All these three are produced through the nose. This is one particular characteristic. The second thing is you can't produce all these three sounds are produced with throat vibration. Without throat vibration, I'll produce these three sounds. I know that when I produce it without throat vibration, you have to strain your ears. Unga ears strain agum. Okay, I'm using Tamil here. That's okay. Unga ears abbe strain panikano to listen to these three sounds. You listen to it. You can hear it very, very clearly. But look at this. You can hardly hear it. Okay. So before that's another thing. These three sounds belong to. They are actually the air comes out through the nose. That is one thing. And the second thing is when you produce it without throat vibration, you cannot hear it that much. Okay. Okay. So it's hardly audible. Anyway, let's go further. Let's go to sound number 21. All right, students. So let's look at sound number 21. And sound number 21 is written just like the letter L. And just a minute. Let me get my pen. Okay. So sound number 21 is written just like the letter L, but between slanted lines. So I have been telling this to you, between slanted lines, L, and it's pronounced as L, 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 lead, L, lead, L, lead, L, lead, L, lead, L, lead, L, lead. All right, L, lead, L, lead. All right. So let's look at how this sound is pronounced. So for this sound, for sound number 21, place your tongue just as you place the tongue for the sounds t, d, and in. So the nearest sound that I can tell you is that is good to follow to produce this sound is keep the tongue just as you keep it for almost the same place. Okay, the tongue should touch the roof of the mouth. Okay, the upper part of that is the roof of the mouth. Okay. Okay, so you understand the roof of the mouth. This is I won't call it the floor, the base of the mouth, the roof of the mouth. Okay, we'll be looking at the mouth pictures also, so don't worry. All right, so keep it just like for in. Only thing is that you should allow the throat to vibrate, and you should keep the tongue in that position. Keep the tongue in that position. Allow the throat to vibrate. Allow the air to come through the mouth. L, 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 lead, l, lead. Now, how do we know that this is the correct position? There is another method of finding out if your tongue is the correct position. Keep your tongue like this and suck in the air. If you feel cold air passing through the sides of your mouth, then your tongue is in the correct position. Okay, so just observe. I'm sucking the air now, so it's in the correct position. Lead, lead, lead. All right, let's go on to sound number 22. All right, students. So for sound number 22, you write the sound just like the letter R. Okay, and it's pronounced as red, 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 red. Now let us see how this is pronounced. All right, so this is pronounced with your. All right, students, so for this, look at the tongue position for l, and then take the tongue a bit behind. Only point is, just allow your tongue to touch the roof of the mouth, just lightly touch the roof of the mouth. Okay, let me give you a clue. For Tamil speakers, most of you are Tamil speakers. Okay, for Tamil speakers, if you are, well, we are in Tamil Nadu, so you would know this sound. Look at the word, the last sound that ends the word Tamil. So you take the tongue up, but you don't touch the roof of the mouth that much, as much as for ill. Ill is touching the roof. For ill, the tongue goes a bit behind than for ill. For position ill, wherever the tongue goes, the tongue should be more behind. Red, 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 red. There is a subtle difference between English and Tamil We'll talk about that later. Okay, so red, red. Okay, once again, red. This sound is again produced with throat vibration. Now look at it again. Let me tell you, if you produce this without throat vibration, for example, this is with throat vibration, without throat vibration. Same is the case with sound 21. Without throat vibration, it's not going to happen. Okay, so sounds 21 and 22, just like sounds 18, 19 and 20, if you produce it without throat vibration, you will not be able to hear it. It's not very audible. So sound number 22, red, 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 red. All right, so let's go to sound number 23. So let me tell you, let me break the the suspense. Let me break it to you. There are two more sounds, so totally there are 24 sounds. So 23 and 24 will we'll complete the consonant sounds. All right, students, so let's look at sound 23. It's written just like the letter J. Okay, J, but it's pronounced as ya, 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 yet, ya, yet, ya, yet, ya, yet, ya, yet, ya, yet, ya, yet. Now let us see how this sound is pronounced. All right, students, so sound number 23, just as you pronounce the diphthong E, yeah, E, yeah, E, yeah. If you want to know which diphthong that is, I'll give you the number. So sound 18, E-ya, E-ya, E-ya. Only thing, in a diphthong, you'll be a bit more relaxed when you say this. By relaxed, I mean you will not say it so fast, but here you say it a bit faster. Ia, 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 yet, ear, yet, ear, yet, ear, yet. The sound should not sound like a diphthong, okay? It's not ear but ear. So a bit faster. Similar, it's almost similar, so don't worry. Ear, yet, ear, yet, ear, yet. So that's sound number 23. Obviously, this is also pronounced with a throat vibration. Just try it without throat vibration. Here, 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 here. Actually, when such sounds, if you produce it without throat vibration and you talk to people, map, if you tell them that, people get irritated. See, people in general, human beings like to listen to things, perceive it properly, and things should be clear. You can't make things very unclear by saying map. Okay, so of course that's very irritating. Yet, it's ear, yet, ear, yet, ear, yet. Okay, so the tongue attains the same position as it does for the diphthong ear, ear. It goes up and then comes down. Ear, ear, ear. All right, people, let's look at the last sound, sound number 24, and then look at these sounds and then say goodbye. We look at all the 24 sounds, consonant sounds, and all the 20 sounds again, and you can always clarify your doubts regarding that. Okay, so don't worry about the number of videos that we see. Just learn a lot and ask the questions, and then I'm sure you'll do quite well in pronounce great when it comes to, yeah. Okay, so let's look at sound number 24. You will become a great speaker of, your pronunciation will improve. Okay, so let's look at sound number 24. All right, students, so let's look at the last sound. Okay, so last in the sense, the 24th consonant sound. It's written like the letter W and is pronounced as ua, 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 similar to the diphthong number 20. But anyway, I'll explain it when we see how this sound is pronounced. Ua, ua, wet, ua, wet, ua, wet, ua, wet, ua, wet. So W, but it's pronounced as ua. So let's see how this sound is pronounced. All right, students, so let us look at sound number 24. It is pronounced similar to the sound, the diphthong ua. All right, so let's try that. Ua, ua. The lips round and then you open the mouth. Round your lips. Ua, 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 ua. Okay, so ua, wet, ua, wet, ua, wet, ua, wet. Now we have a chance of confusing this. Indian speakers usually, I don't blame them for that. I am an Indian speaker too, so Indian speakers usually confuse this, or we always think of this sound or pronounce this sound as v, which is similar to v. I think that is sound number, I am not sure what sound that is. Just a second. Yeah, that is sound number is sound number 10. So, but we have this v. For example, in Hindi we have vayask, the word vayask, which means of course adult, or vatanukulit, which means air conditioned, or even when we come to Tamil, okay, we look at this word vai, mouth, okay, vayadi, talkative, okay, vayadi, talkative, va, va. Don't confuse ua with va. So it is not wet, it is not water, it is wet water. When I give you the practice words for this, then you'll understand this better. Okay, so before we say goodbye, shall we look at all the sounds that we saw in this video? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's 7 sounds. So 18, map. 19, nap. 20, hang. 21, lead. 22, red. 23, yet. And 24, wet. Please try producing all these sounds without throat vibration, and you will irritate the listener. Okay, so people, thanks a lot for patiently listening to this video. I hope I get a lot of questions. You've been asking a lot of doubts. Very good. And based on your doubts and your questions, I'll be changing the instructions in my video. I'll be giving you more information where you think more information is needed. So with that, we complete the sounds of English, 20 vowel sounds, 24 consonant sounds. So thanks a lot. Goodbye. See you in the next video. Probably in the next video, we'll be looking at all the sounds of English, and then we look at the practice sounds, and then we look at 2 or 3 more concepts before we start our worksheets. So the work for these for the vowels and consonants, totally 3 plus 2, 5 videos. Tell me which sounds are produced with throat vibration and which sounds are produced without throat vibration. I'll send you a table. You just make a list of all the sounds that are produced with throat vibration and all those sounds that are produced without throat vibration. All right. Okay. So let us please try to answer that question. You write in your notebook, take a photograph or JPEG, and then send it to the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thanks a lot, people. Goodbye, and keep asking the questions.